Alright, hello everyone and welcome! Hello everyone, how you doing? How are you today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. DSP here on the gameplay stream for the day, this lovely Friday, July 29th, 2016. It'll be a little different of a stream today, that's for sure. Okay, so how you doing? Hopefully you're doing good. We're reaching a nice weekend here. The end of July, right? The month is about to end. What a month it was. I mean, it was the summer, which was nice. You know, a lot of people didn't have to do their normal work schedules. A lot of people had vacation. A lot of people obviously were out of school and or university because it was the summertime months. August will be starting shortly, where things mix up a little bit for a lot of people. You know, a lot of people getting used to going back to school, right? Or getting back into the swing of things for the second half of the year, which traditionally ends up being a pretty busy time, at least for gaming, with the incredible amount of game releases that come out. This year's no exception, with August being a very game-heavy release month for a summertime month. It's actually abnormal that in August would be as heavy of a release month as it is this year. But yeah, July was what it was. I did my best to get through it. We're about to finish it up. And today's going to be a lot different than usual. Today we're doing a beta. Now normally, I don't check out betas unless it's a game that is maybe something that I'm really excited for or a hyped release. And it's like an open beta or something like that. Today, we're going to be checking out NHL 17. If you're not aware, NHL, or the hockey franchise of games, the one that's very popular, right, from EA Sports, has been something that people have asked me to try out and play for years. You know, over the years, I've played a ton of different kinds of sports games. I've played MLB, Major League Baseball. I've played Madden over the years. I've played both sides of the fence when it came to basketball. I actually played both NBA 2K, as well as, I believe a long time ago, I think I played the other rival franchise that I don't even think exists anymore. I don't even know. I don't know. It's not something that I consistently do. I'm certainly not a YouTuber who's known for playing sports games, all right? When I do it, it's usually, I'm not very good at it. I play it for a while, and then I kind of get burnt out on it, and we move on to something else. So, I've never, in my, storied time here on YouTube, I've never played an NHL game. I've never sat down and said, let's do this and check it out and see what it's all about. Just never did it. For various different reasons. It's cool that we now have a beta that I could check out, so I can figure out, gee, do I like this game or not? And if I do, maybe I'll buy the retail copy. If not, if it's not my cup of tea, it's a good opportunity to figure that out, so I'm not running out to buy a game that I'm going to play once or twice and dislike and not want to play again. I do want to say shout out and special thanks to Jake, who sent me this copy of the beta. He actually sent me the code for it. Very appreciated, because it's the first time ever I could do something like this and check it out. It's awesome. I like that you could do stuff like this in this day and age. You don't have to just run out and buy the game. So, thank you. Very appreciative of that. And that is pretty awesome that now I can check this out and figure out for myself if it's something that I want to play. So, that being said, I've heard that this beta of NHL 17 only has a couple of modes. I've heard that there's one offline mode, and then there's basically two kinds of online gameplay or something like that. So probably what I'll be doing is starting up with whatever the offline mode is, try to figure out the controls, try to figure out the basic rules and everything. Now, here's the thing. I was a fan of hockey when I was in high school, okay? I had a couple friends who were on a hockey team. And at that time, I got into it a little bit. I learned the rules and all of that. I never got into it myself playing it, all right? I never even learned how to ice skate. But I did understand the rules, and I do think that it's an exciting sport. That was a long time ago, though. You're talking some 16 to 20 years ago. Yeah, that was a long time ago when I was into hockey. So, at this point, I'm certainly not under any kind of impression that I'm going to be in the know about the game or understand all the rules or all of that. I might know some of it, but I might not know much of it, all right? Let's be honest here. So, we'll see how today goes. It could be more of me flubbing around trying to remember about hockey than anything else, alright? Now, the cool thing is, this will be one gameplay stream, and if I really enjoy it, then maybe NHL 17 is a game that I'll actually pick up when it releases. That's the cool thing about today. It's almost like a test stream. Are people interested in seeing me play this game? Am I interested in playing it? Will I get into it? You know what I mean? I like that. So we shall see how things go. Okay. Now, in regards to the upcoming schedule, no real changes, but I just want to run through it real quick for you and let you know about a few things I've been working on. Tonight, I'll be working on part 2 of my top 10 worst things about modern gaming countdown. Yesterday, I started this countdown. People seem to be enjoying it. In general, it's doing pretty well views-wise, too. For only being up 12, 13 hours, it seems like people are really taking to it. And so I am motivated to come back tonight and hopefully pump out part 2 of this countdown. It would be nice if I could. I'm not promising that, but I'm going to try to, alright? That's over on KO Gaming if you're not aware. That is youtube.com/KO Gaming 1. You can see the link to it right here on the intro screen. Tomorrow, I'm going back to Persona 3. I've told everyone, I just want to make everyone aware that the next several days into week are going to have a every other day kind of mentality when it comes to Persona 3. I need to make a solid push to try to complete the game at this point. I've been playing it for 4 months. I have to beat it so I can move on and play other stuff. Having a lingering JRPG like that can be quite frustrating, especially when there's other stuff coming out that's similar and I want to play it and I'm like, well, I can't play it till I beat this one. So that is coming up tomorrow. More Persona 3. Tomorrow there will also be a brand new DSP Tries It for you. And this DSP Tries It is going to be a brand new item that was just released, which is cool. It's always cool to be able to try something on the show that is a completely new item. So that's going to be tomorrow. Sunday, I'm going to return to Overwatch. After a week, away, I want to play it again. I really enjoyed playing it last week with the new character Anna and the rebalancing of Diva and who is the other character? Oh, Zenyatta, of course. I had a lot of fun playing last week. And listen, it's this simple. I know that watching me play Overwatch is not something that's virally popular. It's not something that everyone's going nuts for. When I play it, I don't usually get a lot of views or a lot of people. Guess what? I don't care. I like the game. I love playing it. It's fun as hell. And it's fun content. And it's good for variety because there's 21 freaking characters. And I really want to play it more. So I'm probably going to be playing that. Well, I am going to be playing that on Sunday. That's going to be Sunday's gameplay stream. Alright. And then Monday, more Persona 3. But I hope to be finishing my top 10 worst things about modern gaming countdown Monday night. Because I'd like to have that completed before we hit all the week's new releases. That will be releasing as of Tuesday, the first new release anyway. Alright. So that's kind of the rough idea. And then, of course, all the new stuff coming up this week at the new Batman Telltale game. My Sonic 06 Marathon will be this week. Lots of stuff, okay? Lots of stuff. And, should be fun. Should be a lot of fun coming up this next week to head us into a busy August. Alright? Now, what else is going on? Well, not too much. Ending July here. And basically want to just kind of say, well, July it was what it was. There wasn't a lot of game releases. In fact, there were no game releases. Let's face it. The games that came out in July sucked. They really did. There wasn't anything of any real... There really wasn't anything that was of any value or even worth mentioning in the month of July. It was just kind of a month where, there were a few DLCs and episodic releases, and there were a few downloadable games that were crap. It just was not a month of note when it came to gaming. If the month of July never happened, alright? If the month of July never happened when it came to gaming, really, honestly, would we have missed out on much, if anything? Not really. You know what I mean? Like, you could have slept. You could have slept for a month, gone into a cave and hibernated if you're a gamer, and come out the end of July, stretching and ready for the new games coming out in August, and you would have missed absolutely nothing. So it's tough because I tried to balance, what I was doing, ongoing playthroughs with doing some retro stuff, and it is what it is. The summer is always the slowest time of the year for me. It's actually 2 months. Usually it's January and then the dead of summer are the two dead times of the year when it comes to me and my business, right? So there's not much I could do about it. I just got to kind of shrug and say, well, it is what it is. We'll come back strong in August with all the new releases, and I'll try to entertain you as much as I can with all the new stuff next month. But that being said, I do have to say that Patreon this month is in risk of, for the first time ever, not hitting its goal. And there's only 2 days left to pledge to my Patreon for this month. I'll go ahead and I'll bring up the splash screen with the incorrect date. Here it is. The date says July 30th. That's wrong. There's 31 days in July, so I screwed this up. But there is a goal level that I do every single month for Patreon. A funding goal. And if we hit the funding goal, I do a celebratory event as a celebration, a thank you for those who pledged to my Patreon, right? And I've hit it every month until this month, which I'm going to be honest, we're not looking like we're going to hit it this month. I don't want to be negative, right? I don't want to be, a naysayer, because there is still a chance. There's 2 days left. 2 days left if you want to pledge to my Patreon and make this goal happen. But right now, we're still a couple $100 below the goal. And it doesn't look like we're going to hit it unless we get a bunch of people who step up and say, oh, you know what? I really want the Patron's Choice playthrough to happen. And therefore, I'm going to pledge a larger amount. Or maybe some people say last minute, I want to get that higher perk level. Which, there's a couple things that you can get as higher perk levels. You can get your questions answered on Ask the King, which is my Q&A show. So that's going to happen sometime in September. Or you can get a private Q&A video made. Alright, a private Q&A video where it's basically me just taking around 20 minutes or more answering your own questions. It could be about anything. The last one that I made, which was a few weeks back, the person didn't have a particular question. They said, could you just tell me the story of when you went to EVO in 2005 and you ended up, getting 4th place in Super Turbo? Can you tell me about your trip? Can you tell me about what it was like being out there, the competition, the drama and controversy about you winning and all that? And I told the story, and the person absolutely loved it. So that's the kind of thing that you get for the highest level perk on Patreon here, okay? But it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that, unfortunately, it looks like I'm not going to hit the goal on a month when it was also dead for my business, The good thing is, March, April, May, and June were great. Every month for 4 months straight, there were tons of new releases, and my business did outstanding. So even though I've got a dead month here, it doesn't really affect me too much. It sucks to have a dead month, but in this business of gaming and YouTube and all that, you're going to have ups and downs, and this is one of the months that's always a down for me. So I wasn't super surprised. I actually said it all June. I said, I know July is going to suck because there's nothing coming out. I knew it. But we're almost through it, all right? But there is still a chance to hit this goal. If you head to patreon.com/darksidephil and you pledge within the next 2 days, there's a chance we can hit it, all right? So if you'd like to see another Patron's Choice playthrough happen, you want the power to nominate and vote on a game to see me play it in September, especially when things are going to be slower in September, it'll be the perfect opportunity, then definitely pledge as soon as you can, all right? All right, well, outside of that, we got the usual stuff here. You got my Twitter, @TheyCallMeDSP, where you can follow me and get an updated schedule every single night of what I'm doing the next day, plus all my, opinions and little things and pictures that I post up, all kinds of stuff on social media. I don't go crazy like a lot of people, but I do tweet a decent amount, in particular a lot more about work than anything else. And of course, I do also want to bring up my girlfriend Leanna's business here, The Black Current, which is currently having a summer sale. In fact, you can use a special discount code, SummerSale20, SummerSale20. If you use that code on any order of $10 or more here at her business, you will save 20% off your order. So check it out at etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrent. It's great stuff. Glycerin, handmade glycerin soaps and wax tart melts. The soaps are of much higher quality than regular stuff you would buy at the store 9 times out of 10. Most of the stuff that you see at the store, the retail store near you, is actually not considered soap. They actually say right on it, oh, this is a beauty bar, or this is a detergent bar, because it doesn't even have the ingredients that used to go in the soap. They've actually turned soap into such a homogenized, cheap product that it doesn't even have the ingredients to be legally called a soap anymore. But that's also why it's super cheap. It's also why it's not good for your skin. It leaves your skin either feeling dry or oily, and Leanna's stuff doesn't do that. If you don't believe me, all you need to do is go to her website right here, etsy.com/shop/theblackcurrant, and check out the feedback, the ratings that people have given her products. Outstandingly positive. Everyone loves it. You know, it's funny because I advertise this, and people say, well, this is a gameplay stream. I don't understand why Phil's advertising, you know, soap and wax tarts on a gameplay stream. And then people actually buy it and try it out, and they're like, holy crap, this is actually good. You know, this is actually really good stuff. It's higher quality than the store. Smells great. One in particular that I love is Bonsai. I just used it last week when we were on vacation in Seattle, and oh my god, does that smell good to me. Like, I don't like cologne-y smell. I don't like perfume smell. This is some kind of a smell. It's like a combination of like a scent with, I don't even know how to describe it. It just smelled so damn good. I was in the shower. I was like, man, this is great. Whole bathroom smells like it. This is great. So please check it out. Consider ordering. 2 days left for that discount code as well. I want to mention that. That discount code, Summer Sale 20, is only good till the end of July. So when July ends, so does the sale. If you've been eyeballing her stuff and said, gee, I'd like to give it a shot and see what it is and see if it's any good, now would be the time for you to do so and save 20%. You know, because she only does these. She only does these from time to time. Let's put it that way. All right. All right, everyone. Thank you for being a little patient. It's now time to begin with the gameplay stream and see how NHL is. I'm going to see firsthand if I like it, if it's any good, and go from there. Thank you very much for being patient during the pre-stream. Now I begin. Oh, yes. All right.